Hey kiddos, good morning. I am at Giant right now because I need to pick up some Band-Aids. And so I thought you could help me to do this today. I came down the Band-Aid aisle and there's so many different choices. And the first thing I'm thinking about is how I can count how many choices. There's so many different ways to do this. The first thing I thought about was maybe I should just take everything off the shelf. Okay, here's one, here's one, here's one, here's one. I don't know. What do you think? Should I keep doing this? I feel like I'm kind of making a mess. Something else I was thinking about doing was just touching all the different types. So I'm going to touch it once and say the number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's the same. I'm not going to count it again. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There's 18 different types. When I was counting, I noticed that there was Avengers Band-Aids. This is the one I want to take home. Thanks for helping me count. Okay, now I want to pick up some sparkling water. I really like sparkling water because I think it tastes good and it tickles my tongue. But here's the thing. There's so many different boxes. Take a look at this. So this is the water I'm interested in figuring out which one I want to take home. The brand of the water is Polar. I like it because Mr. Turlop likes polar bears. Take a look how they've organized. What do you notice? I'm noticing that there's colors. I'm noticing that there's the polar bear in all of them. And I'm noticing they're kind of stacked. How would you go about counting these? Okay, so this weekend, Mr. Turlop and I were going down to Georgia to visit my sister and her niece. And one of the things that she really, really, really likes is she likes cereal. So here's what I'm thinking about. I want to pick out some cereal to take her, and I want to take a lot of it because I know how much my sister and my niece love cereal. So here's what I'm looking to get. Some Oreo O's. But I'm wondering, how many boxes does Giant have? Something to notice with the Oreo O's on the shelf is that the Oreo boxes are stacked behind the front ones. So when I look at the front, I only see 1, 2, 3 boxes. But if I change the way I look at it, I can see that there are different amounts of boxes back in here. So let's see if we can't figure out how many there are by touching and moving each of the boxes. Okay, here's 1. I'm gonna move it out of the way. 1. Oh look, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna move these out of the way because I've already counted them. Oh look, there's even more back here. I was at 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now look. Here's number 9, here's number 10, here's number 11, number 12, number 13, and number 14. So what I figure out is, when I first looked at the Oreos, they only looked like there was 3, because those were the first layer that I could see. But then, if I look behind them, there's definitely more. It's important for us to know this so we can figure out if things are in piles or if they're just being counted side by side. Today, thanks for helping me count at the grocery store. We learned a few things. 1, we can start by taking everything off the shelf if we want to, but that's messy. What we can also do is touch and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if we're touching something, we also have to make sure to look underneath and behind it to see if there's more. Take a look. With these sweet peas, it's not just one can here. Take a look. There's so many in the back of the shelf. So, as counters, my recommendation is this. Try to see if you can put one finger on each object and move it to show that you've done it, okay?